Welcome to Bulldog Review. This is Unit 1 Exam Review. Hitting the highlights, certainly not hitting everything, but what you do see here, you gotta know. So if you look at the big theme for Unit 1, it's the old world meeting and clashing with the new world. 4 different ways: people, plants, animals, and microbes. So this is called basically the Columbian Exchange. New world, old world. You take a look at this graph and you can see who gives what. The huge importance is the biological flip-flop. They're trading all these things, and when you mix all this, COVID days, you're going to get some unexpected consequences. So from the new world to the old, you got corn, otherwise known as maize, potatoes, tobacco, beans, peppers, manioc, pumpkin, squash, tomato, wild rice, etc. Also syphilis. From the old world to the new, probably much more important early on, maybe not today, but early on, cows, pigs, horses, wheat, sugar cane, apples, cabbage, citrus, carrots, even Kentucky bluegrass. So no horses, no cows, no pigs ever existed in the New World until the Spanish land. Devastating diseases like smallpox, yellow fever. The natives did not have immunities. Thus, when you got sick, everybody got sick. In Europe, your mom and dad had it when they were kids. They survived, and now they have immunity, and they can take care of you while you're sick. Natives, 90% go down. No immunities built up over generations. And just devastating. Probably the greatest, well, not the greatest, that's a terrible word to use, most significant event ever to happen in the Western Hemisphere. That includes World War II. Now, why is Columbus important? Well, it's the fact that his discoveries were publicized. Hey, the Vikings were here 100 years earlier. This will spawn the triangle trade. The triangle trade. Now, there's more than one triangle. You look early on, you will get right here in the West Indies where it's sugar, baby. Sugar, sugar, sugar. That's where the money is, the sugar. Sugar is boiled down and makes molasses. They take that molasses, they ship it up to New England. New England will turn that molasses into rum. They will take that rum and some other stuff and bring them to Africa to trade for slaves. They will take Africans back to the West Indies, and the cycle keeps going. I will tell you early on, captains, if they could make 2 of these trips, they could be set for life. Now you look a little later on, here we got another triangle. And this is where mercantilism comes in, where England will use its colonies to make itself money. England doesn't have a huge wealth of raw materials. What they got is technology. So, what you'll get is slaves coming from Africa, going to West Indies maybe, or to the New World, picking up raw materials, and then going back to Europe. So really what you want is slaves from Africa providing the labor. Raw materials coming from the New World. And the capital, the money, and the technology is in Europe. And that is their triangular trade. So Europe provides the market, capital, and technology. Place to buy a lot of those manufactured goods. You get your logs from the New World, you make it into furniture, and you sell it. Africa would provide the labor, and the New World would provide the raw materials. Of course, getting those raw materials would be the African labor. I just share this quote with you. A famous historian, Morrison, says, America was discovered accidentally by a great seaman who was looking for something else. When it was discovered, it wasn't wanted. And most of the exploration for the next 50 years was done in hope of getting through and around it. America, in the end, was named for a man who discovered no part of the New World. History's like that, very chancy. You might know Amerigo Vespucci is who America is named after. And why? Well, he's the first one to make a map. He who makes the first map gets to name the stuff. That's the end of Unit 1. Take a look now at Unit 2 when you're ready.